There was a time when one car defined the perfect performance grand tourer. Fast enough to embarrass a supercar, comfortable enough to cross an entire country without breaking a sweat, elegant enough to turn every parking lot into a showroom. That car was the Audi RS7. For years, it represented everything Germany did better than the rest of the world: engineering, precision, performance, prestige. Then, without asking for permission, China entered the conversation, not with another affordable sedan, not with another copy, but with a machine designed to challenge one of Germany's greatest automotive achievements: the DENZA Z9 GT car, powered by software instead of tradition, artificial intelligence instead of legacy, electric performance instead of a roaring V8. And suddenly, enthusiasts began asking the question that Audi never wanted to hear: has the future already chosen a new direction? Because this isn't just a battle between two cars. It's a battle between two philosophies, one perfected over decades, the other built for a world changing faster than anyone imagined. Only one can truly define the next generation of performance luxury. Let's find out. Every legendary industry eventually faces an outsider. Most fail, a few survive. Only the rarest force the entire market to rethink everything. That is exactly what the DENZA Z9 GT is trying to do. DENZA Z9 GT, from the very first glance, it's obvious this isn't another attempt to imitate Germany. Its proportions are dramatic. Its silhouette feels modern, athletic, and unmistakably futuristic. Instead of borrowing yesterday's design language, the DENZA Z9 GT creates its own identity, and that's only the beginning. Step inside, and the difference becomes impossible to ignore. The cabin isn't built around mechanical controls, it's built around interaction. Large digital displays blend naturally into the dashboard. Artificial intelligence quietly manages countless vehicle functions. The software responds almost instantly. Everything feels connected. Everything feels intelligent. Instead of asking the driver to adapt to the car, the DENZA Z9 GT constantly adapts to the driver. That philosophy represents one of the biggest changes happening in today's luxury market. Technology is no longer an accessory. It has become the foundation. Performance follows the same logic. Electric. Propulsion delivers instant torque the moment the accelerator is pressed. Power arrives without hesitation, without turbo lag, without waiting. Acceleration feels effortless, yet raw speed isn't the most impressive part. Consistency is. The vehicle continuously manages traction, power distribution, stability, and countless electronic systems in real time. Rather than simply feeling fast, the DENZA Z9 GT feels incredibly intelligent. Long journeys become quieter. The cabin remains remarkably calm. Software updates promise continuous improvements long after the vehicle leaves the factory. That is something traditional performance cars were never originally designed to do. But no revolutionary product is without weaknesses. The greatest challenge facing the DENZA Z9 GT has nothing to do with horsepower. It has everything to do with trust. Audi has spent generations earning global credibility. The DENZA Z9 GT is only beginning that journey. Questions remain about long-term ownership, global service infrastructure, resale value, brand recognition outside Asia. For buyers spending six figures, those questions matter, because luxury isn't built only on innovation, it's built on confidence, and confidence takes time. Still, one conclusion becomes impossible to ignore. The DENZA Z9 GT isn't trying to become the next Audi RS7, it's trying to convince buyers they no longer need one. Audi RS7. Some cars are built to compete. Others are built to dominate a category so completely that every rival is judged against them. For years, the Audi RS7 has been that car. It does not need to explain itself. The wide stance, the low roofline, the aggressive bodywork. The moment it appears, people understand exactly what it represents. Power without chaos, luxury without softness, performance without compromise. Then the engine comes alive, and this is where numbers stop telling the full story. The sound, the vibration, the sensation of mechanical power building beneath the driver. The Audi RS7 does not simply accelerate, it creates drama. Every press of the throttle feels like an event. Every gear change reminds you that this machine was engineered by people obsessed with speed. That emotional connection is something electric performance still struggles to reproduce. The Audi RS7 feels alive. Not because software tells you it is, because the engine, transmission, and chassis communicate through every movement. Then there is control. Audi's all-wheel drive philosophy has spent decades turning brutal power into confidence. The Audi RS7 can attack a corner with extraordinary precision, then settle into a quiet highway cruise moments later. That dual personality remains one of its greatest strengths. It can embarrass a sports car in the morning, then carry passengers in complete comfort at night. Few vehicles balance those extremes this well. The interior tells the same story. Everything feels solid. Every surface feels intentional. The driving position feels natural. The technology is advanced, but it never completely takes control of the experience. The driver remains at the center. For enthusiasts, that matters, because not everyone wants a car that thinks for them. Some still want a car that responds to them, and this is where the Audi RS7 fights back. It offers something the DENZA Z9 GT cannot instantly manufacture. Heritage.Trust, a global service network. Strong brand recognition, years of proven performance. Buyers know what the badge means. They know what ownership represents. But legends are not protected from time. And the biggest weakness of the Audi RS7 is that its greatest strengths belong to an era under pressure. The engine delivers emotion, but it also brings fuel consumption, mechanical complexity, and an ownership experience that may become increasingly expensive. The technology is polished, but it does not feel as deeply integrated into the vehicle's identity. The cabin is premium, but beside newer software-first competitors, it can feel evolutionary rather than revolutionary. That is the danger. The Audi RS7 is not becoming worse. The world around it is changing, so which one really wins? If the decision is based on emotion, driving character, trust, and pure mechanical theater, the Audi RS7 wins. It remains the more complete driver's car. It feels more proven, more emotional, more connected to decades of performance engineering. But if the decision is based on technology, cabin innovation, electric response, software evolution, and the direction the industry is heading, the DENZA Z9 GT wins, and now comes the checkmate. The better car today is still the Audi RS7. It is more established, more emotionally rewarding, and easier to trust with a purchase this serious. But the more important car is the DENZA Z9 GT because it reveals where the market is moving. Germany has not already lost, but for the first time, it is no longer deciding the future alone. The Audi RS7 wins the battle. The DENZA Z9 GT may be winning the war, and that is far more dangerous.